Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing I know that is worse than anything else. It is truly a Twitch chat. And not only for their ability to say the most outrageous and random things, but more importantly, the comments that they make in their own life on stream. And 9 times out of 10, I end up finding out the weirdest shit from you guys directly. So today, I thought we would put together a little list where I would let you guys confess your weirdest and wildest things. 40 responses. So I think we just get into this. Let's just read through what the weird shit you guys wanted to confess is and / was. Completely anonymous, by the way. But here we are. To begin, I attached electric shock pads designed to contract muscles involuntarily to my genitalia and had my friends slowly turn it up all the way to 10. They couldn't endure beyond level 6 on their arm. I also got a hernia because of, and at the exact moment of, a self-induced orgasm. These two incidents were years apart and unrelated. Very strange that, okay, I felt this was going to be the same thing. Like, we've used a tens machine. We have the video of going up to 10. It is horrific. I don't understand how that gets you anywhere close. Respectfully, there's better ways. There's toys. There's gas station pills. But this does not seem like the safest way to do it. But did I try sticking it on my knob? No, I did not. You're onto something there. You might, maybe... No, we're not. No. We're not doing that. I don't know if I'm supposed to give advice or, like... I don't really understand why we're confessing it, but I'm glad you have. A level 10 on your this has to be a woman. There's no way this is put on a cock. There is 0 chance this is going on a man. Instant 1 was the shock pads. Instant 2, I got a hernia because of, and at the exact moment, a self-induced orgasm. That just seems like you've given yourself a hernia from tugging too hard. So I don't know. Seek God, potentially. I don't really know how to help you here. There is 0 chance you're putting electrical shock pads on your penis. Getting up to like 5 starts to tingle a bit more than hurt. But going to 10 on your nuts, on the testicles wouldn't even come across my mind. Do you perchance know about BDSM? No, I'm very clean. No further questions. On to the next one. I have been very sad recently. Life has been really difficult, but watching Twitch and talking on Discord has been helpful. I'm glad. A bit more wholesome. And I hope whatever you're going through, it is going to pass. And just keeping the thing, this too shall pass. Great phrase, great expression, really helps. But it's just a small phase, hopefully, in your life. This too shall pass. We're back into the joyous occasions. And enjoy that. When I am drunk, I am a kleptomaniac, but exclusively for cuboid objects. So far, I have somehow collected multiple boxes, a cookbook, and 2 bricks. So you're just a constant person of theft. Like, it doesn't seem like you're stealing anything of value. It feels more like you're just stealing, like, honest day-to-day things that no one's really going to miss. Like, how often, unless it's, like, a solid cookbook. A Gordon Ramsay extraordinaire, but I doubt it. But it feels like they're probably just stealing small items. I don't think that's a crime, you know? What? Who cares if you steal an extra croissant from Tesco? They ain't gonna miss it. Next one is just straight up, I lost my virginity at 13. I hope it was with somebody of a consenting age. I don't know if that helps the situation. Don't say rookie numbers. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I was cleaning the family's iPad storage and went to delete photos and saw my parents' intimate pictures. I never told them about it, but it's stuck in my head forever. That is the nightmare. On an iPad is I think when you walk in on them when you're younger, kind of like, oh, well, they're just wrestling. This one, if you're scrolling through trying to help them and they come up, the iPad's getting handed back and saying, I am never looking at these ever again. Don't you dare pass me this ever. My brain is kind of comprehending this is the equivalent of a woman receiving a dick picture when it's unasked for. You're just like, oh, no thank you. I'm so sorry that's happened. I don't know, seek therapy potentially. If it's always in there and it's ingrained. This one's just straight up. I used to smoke weed regularly. I'm glad that you've shortened it down. Or maybe got rid of it. I don't know. Okay, where did we get to? We got to here. Okay. Next one. I believe Midas is a cutie patootie. Thank you, it's true. Once I rugby tackled my cousin who had a broken leg, crutches and all, because he stole my piñata after I knocked it off the tree. You rugby tackled your cousin who had a broken leg. I see now, these are the ones that, because it's anonymous, it makes it so difficult to try and like dissect. Because I've got questions. I'm like, how did he break his leg? How far into recovery was he? I'm guessing what happened was, right eyes went ahead, cleaned it. Cleaned the piñata. No, sorry. The cousin has used his crutch, cleaned the piñata clear off the tree, and they got upset, so decided to rugby tackle them, even with their broken leg and crutches. You're a bad person for that. And you know what? They should get a free swing at you, like you're the piñata. I have ADHD. Who am I? Every single viewer in this chat. I once drove a wedge between someone's friendship and their best friend just because I didn't like them. I mean, that can go either way. That can kind of be like, this is okay, or it's you saving them because you recognize they're a bad person. I don't want to believe that this was just because you're being selfish about it. Maybe it was. Hopefully the friendship's still very much there, or recovered the other one because you were a bad friend. Who knows? I was in a relationship with a human being and was playing a video game one night with another friend, and things got a little flirty. At the time, me and human being were arguing because I felt like they genuinely did not care about me. Newsflash, they didn't. But yeah, things were getting very flirty with a friend. One thing led to another, and I went into the bedroom, which I shared with this person, and we had some over the phone fun with my friend. I then went into panic mode, ran into the other room, and broke down in tears to my human at the time. I told them I had a really bad dream and felt guilty. They still don't know to this day. Turns out they were cheating on me now, so I don't feel so bad. I think what this is instigating is that you were in a relationship, you had a friend that you played video games with, and then had phone sex. They cheated on you though, so it doesn't like, it's like not like two negatives. I mean, at least you don't feel as bad now. I don't know how like balanced that is, but Jesus, I never know how to handle this one because it's like cheating's bad, but they've cheated on you now, so it's like, let's just do this, right? You're both shit for what you've done, but you're changed and clearly we're not in a healthy relationship. Henceforth, don't do it again. I don't fucking know. Next one is legit just Midas is a fucking hot cutie pie. Stop it. I want Midas to tough me like I am his DJ booth disc board. I don't know what that means. What does tough me mean? I'm guessing by disc board, you mean the like the spinner, the actual deck. Even so, I'm a little, it's the wording. I mean, it was probably typed one-handed, right? It was probably, let's be honest, to touch me. Oh, touch. That makes more sense. Okay. Weird. Don't like that. Yes. And then the follow-up one, I shit you not. Wish Midas pet me as he pet. Hold on. Wish Midas pet me as he pet the dog. I have been working out for a month and today I broke a rule and ate so much at the barbecue party. Okay, listen, you get a cheat day. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Recently, I've been getting closer and closer with this person, but knowing that the chance of it ever becoming more than just friends is so low just sucks. She lives a couple of hours away, so I can't really ask her out on a date either. Not being able to ask her out on a date makes me feel like it's useless to talk about how I feel, but it's hard because I think about us quite a lot. Okay. I mean, this is just a quote-unquote long distance relationship, right? A couple hours ain't too bad. And I mean, here's the thing, you can ask the question. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I believe if you don't ask, like, you'll never know. And then if you do know, then it clears your head faster, and if they say yes, then great. In the past, I've thought about doing hard drugs like cocaine just to feel something. Okay, just to feel something, probably not a good thing or a good reason. There's other ways you can get that, and I would recommend finding adrenaline's usually a good start. Just doing like more octane activities kind of help. But yeah, if you're doing it just to feel something, it's not the right reason. One time I ate my brother's his shit. I feel like this was a mistype, and it was one time I ate my brother's shit, and then it says no cap in brackets. Very strange. Next one, I find Midas very attractive. Thank you. Appreciate it. I try, even when I look like shit. I'm afraid of failure. I know my worth, but still think I'm not good enough most of the times. I feel like I lack talent in what I do, but I've worked too hard to let it all go. That's literally streaming every single day. That is streaming every single day. If you let mentally yourself be taken over with that mindset, it will start to eat away at you. So what do? Literally, I can either work harder or I can turn around and just completely take everybody else away from it and be like, okay, every day I'm going to sit and try and set myself a goal of I will do one thing. And if I get that thing done, I look at the end of the night and I go, did I do what I need to do today? And then you slowly add things. You slowly add, okay, I got this done. I got this done. Is it now a worthwhile day? And majority of the time, if you can do that, it starts to make it feel better. But if you just let it eat away at you, it's not going to help. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Shit is hard. When I was younger, me and my mother were at a train station, and for some reason, there weren't any toilets. So my dumbass wandered off to just have a wee just in a quiet corner of the train station. I was probably 8 or 9 and it still haunts me. What happened in the train station? This just sounds like you just pissed in a corner. You probably don't drink if you haven't pissed in a corner normally. Why does everyone love pissing and shitting stuff? Because pissing in a corner is just freeing. This one might be the worst one so far. My guilty pleasure is pickles and Nutella. And I will sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall asleep until I have it. You're sick. Get help. That's fucking vile. I've just got this image of like you've got a big tub of Nutella and then you've just dunked a pickle in there. And there's just a massive hole in the middle of your Nutella when you're done. And trying to explain that to anybody would be nightmares. Why does this Nutella taste quite pickly? Don't worry about it. I pissed in my ex's bed while we were sleeping. I was awake and awoke while peeing. He sort of woke up and was trying to pull me closer. I told him he was pretty cool about it. We cleaned it up and slept in his parents' bed. They were on holiday. But his brother asked what happened and why we slept in their parents' bed, and my ex said that I spilled some drink on the bed. You pissed the bed. It's okay. The only bit that's really creeped me out about this one, well, two things. One, whatever age you were, because you have an ex, so like that's like, you know, what happens, sure. Why did he pull you closer? Was he trying to get you away from it? I mean, yeah, green flag. Piss kink, maybe. Trying to save you from drowning. Towards the end of one of the school years at high school, at the end of my craft and design classes, while putting old tools away, I very sneakily picked up the entire portfolio of someone else in the class and put it in the bin at the back of the classroom without anyone noticing. Their portfolio was never seen again. That's a different level of fucking evil, because anyone that's done art or music or anything knows that the second that that portfolio goes missing, you're done. So Godspeed. Hopefully they had a backup somewhere. You are chaotically evil. However, maybe they got an A for it. Maybe they got an A because they couldn't submit a portfolio, but it was stolen, but it was in their possession. Who knows? My ex told me I had a pussy. Still not sure how I feel about it, but when my brain remembers it, it took me way out of the moment. Legs open wide on the bed in front of him. Okay. And then bonus one, this is the same guy that just without as much as a word just stuck his finger up my ass while we were having sex. I somehow didn't say anything, but again, that took me out of whatever we were doing. What the fuck? Well, let's run a little poll here. Pussy, good or bad? Let's just get an idea here. Let's just have an understanding here. I think the finger is scarier for some reason to me. Jesus Christ. Okay, I got my little brother drunk. He's 16 years old and had some friends over. They had some beer with them and some tequila, but none of them drank very much. When they left, I showed my brother what he could do with all the leftovers. I mixed him a very special cocktail containing 4 cans of beer, a Smirnoff, and some rum. Then I sent him to bed. The next morning, the whole living room was covered in vomit. My brother had to clear up the mess. My luck was that he didn't remember anything, so I denied giving him that much alcohol. Safe. Not trying to alcohol poison a 16-year-old, but as a Scottish individual, we start drinking around then anyway. So it is a learning lesson. As long as he's alive, no damage, that seems okay. But you have to go through it. If you don't get alcohol poisoning once, do you truly know the limits? I worked at a vocational school and was the educational head of my department. They hired on a new person, we'll call her Aqua Velvet. It was grotesquely incompetent, but charismatic. AV didn't pay any attention when she shadowed the classes I taught, so when she taught the classes, she fucked up a lot. And the students, having had the correct information from me, knew she was an idiot. She went to my manager and complained that I was making her look bad. I got in trouble, rinse and repeat over and over. She got herself promoted as manager and made my life hell. Constantly was doing everything she could to get me written up and overworked. She was aiming to fire me, and it was obvious. She demanded 150 new lesson plans to be written up and delivered in 1 week. She also demanded that since I was a regulatory board member, that I deliver all of the RB testing criteria to her with the same exact deadline. Once I handed these in, she fired me. What she didn't know is that I 100% fabricated the RB criteria, so if she used them, they'd be wrong, leading to a massive issue for the school. I also made one lesson plan with the most generic text possible that wouldn't make even a remotely sensible lesson plan, but one upon a glance looked like a lesson plan. Then templated the others 149 lesson plans from that, just changing the subject with find/replace over and over and over. So not only did she not get that work out of me, she didn't waste my time making it. I'm quite proud of how I screwed her over with that. She was fired 2 weeks later. You pretty much just realized that this person was just being a pain in the ass. Completely screwed them over work-wise because you recognize they were screwed. No, this was allowed. This was great. This is allowed. I want to know what's happened to them now. The rest of the staff sound like they're probably just as bad if they're gonna allow that. Okay, this is one that I think I've heard several times. No man has ever made me orgasm. They might have believed they did, but they didn't. We're trying our best out here, ladies, okay? And men, we're trying our best out here. No one's going in giving it a bad attempt, you know? Everyone's going for the hole in one. Try harder. Sometimes it's all about finishing the race second. Okay, well. Some guy once told me I had a blowjob mouth. Do you have one too? I've been told I have gay lips. I don't know what that means, and I'm scared to find out. One time I met this guy through a dating app. He introduced me to some kinky stuff, so messages got kinky before we even met. Pictures got sent and everything. This guy, however, also liked to be a bit submissive. He really liked it when I told him what to do. So at one point, he was on vacation with his parents, and I told him that he should for me and drink it. I think I actually also made him do this at work at some point. He did it in the bathroom stalls. He also would have liked to be used as a prop, like a coffee table or something like that. I feel like that second part is not as important. Seek God, please. Seek help. I don't even know where to go with that one. That one's... I hope they're okay. Would you drink your own? Not a chance. That not a chance. You couldn't make me. I'm sorry. I just feel like if they could swim, it feels morally wrong. We're fucking moving on. Oh my god, there's a follow-up. No. There's a second part to this. I also encouraged him to buy a he could stick to the wall. It's something he wanted anyway, and I made him take videos with it or told him he wasn't allowed to do anything with it. What does that mean? There's fucking more. There's more to this story. Now, the one time we actually met, I didn't use him as a prop, but we did other stuff. First time I ever put a finger up a man's ass. Also used the on him. So sad I never got the opportunity to actually peg him, though. I'm sure he would have let me. There's fucking more to this story, mate. Why is this so, like, it's sectioned? But turns out he was a bit of an ass. He had a girlfriend at first and I was young and fucking stupid enough to fall for his words. But it stayed at a one meeting. But thanks to him, I'm not vanilla anymore, tee-hee. I am... I just kept going. I fell for his words. Someone had literally convinced the man to eat his own juice. Hang on on his wall. Not here to yuck anyone's yums, but you're all fucked. Just the intro message from here on. Okay, so let's just find out. Would you drink your own? As I like to say, her loss is my gains. But I've just got this idea of you in bed with a cup and being like, no? No? Okay. Y'all need fucking Jesus. Question for the chat though, right? There is a box of 12 donuts on the table. All of them are glazed. One of them is juice. What value do you need on each individual 12? What value do you need on all of those, like, one singular to eat if you know that the odds are 1 in 12 are going to be just full of juice? You have to finish it, whatever one you pick up, but each one that you finish has to be worth a certain value. What is that value? That's a donut. It's a donut. I'm eating them all. Okay, well, all of them then. But okay, we're missing the point of the question here. That is, we're not trying to figure out how many you're eating. Okay, it's what... It's what does the minimum value of each individual donut have to be to go through them? Double it. You know, there's supposed to be a downside. Oh. Oh, fuck's sake. I'll never be able to walk past that Krispy Kreme again. I've not even finished the question. And it was just like, all 12. I'll take the odds. Okay, let's change it up. How many of the 12 donuts have to be filled before you're like, no, I'm okay? 50-50. There's no... 13! 50 filled with juice. And another 50. One Whopper and another Whopper. What about you? I'm sticking with the one, guys. I'm sorry. I want the double glazed and filled. Dude, this juice has got donut in it. Don't know why you're all freaking out. You don't even taste them if you accept them one by one. Why are you shoving the donuts up your ass? I just know some freaks in here would eat it straight off the pole. Oh my god. Like you said, he wouldn't even eat any of the 12 donuts. Had the slightest possibility of having a drizzle of cum on it. He wouldn't take the risk. That's not a man right there. You need to at least put the odds up once. I need to do... You're a coward. And you know it. Show up to a party of 12 glazed donuts, the Luke's party. We're doing that. I'm driving down. I'm going to Krispy Kreme on the way, and I'm picking up 12 glazed donuts. And I'm just going to look him in the eye and not say a word and let everybody have one. Let's get back to this. We've still got a good few to get through, and I'm reading some nuts things. When I was 16, 17, we went out and I met this guy, and we kissed, and we had to cycle home the same way. So we kind of stopped at his house and still kissed, and even a little in the front yard, where there was a bench in front of the house/downstairs window. We were sitting there at one point, and he was like on top of me, sort of grinding. He then tried to grab my crotch, but I wore trousers, so there wasn't much to grab/feel. He was trying to bring me inside, but I didn't want to. I also never had sex prior to this. Later, I was out with the same friend group, and I see the guy again. I think he saw a ghost of me also, just not much came from that one encounter before. However, my friend was in front of me, and he was with his friends walking towards us, just in the same lane, going the opposite directions. So when we walked past them, he sort of grabs my friend and talks to her. Both groups then just keep walking, Turns out he said sorry to her for what he did to me. The only thing he had in common was that we had curly hair. Besides that, we didn't even have the same hair color. The guy just seriously fucked up then. Like, bad. And then apologized to the wrong person. Man, yep. This is why you pick the bear. I wish my ex never convinced me to do anal. Taking shits like it's a fucking fire hose at this point. Jesus. They're all very sexually related. Are you all okay? Haven't had sex in almost 5 years. Next January, only remember this very well because it was very well before COVID and had a throat infection and he still wanted it. I've not been in a serious relationship or even dated in over 5 years. I'm also not even looking into going into dates or dating apps. Would rather go and get a cat. Not allowed in current flat. I'm also 30, by the way. 25 to 30 is a fair period. Some people go the whole life, so I mean, we're up, right? My vibrator does better than any man ever could. I mean, no man has ever made me orgasm. I will recommend the Penguin Satisfier or any other of those. So sad I lost a little attachment to mine. Okay, it would be criminal to not look up what this is. Will I show it on screen? No, I will not. Oh, that's strange looking. It literally has a little bow tie and everything. She lost the attachment where? Gave her the real nut. Why do women expect us to compete with machinery? Listen, get yourself forklift certified and you've solved the problem. I slapped my kindergarten crush in the face because I loved her and she cried. Talk about a wasted chance. The fact that one of you fuckers has wrote this. Bro, it's time to let go. You punched a child in the face while you were a child, which doesn't help, but you punched a child in the face out of love. Let's just pray that that is not reflecting to today's day and age. Maybe in the 50s, you would have been grand, by the way, but now, not a chance. I judge your cooking because I know I can do better and someone your age should know more about cooking techniques and food safety. Listen, if it can go in the oven, it can be cooked, okay? They saw the eggnog video, they've saw the cake video. I'm just trying my best out here. Let my man have his spicy chicken, it goes in, it comes out, and it's edible, and I'm not dead yet. This one is literally, forgive me daddy for I have sinned. Today I hooked up with my Shrek cardboard cutout. I think they just wanted me to say that while the Shrek's sitting over there. Vanilla ice cream plus a little drop of soy sauce tastes like caramel ice cream. Trust me, I will not be trusting you on that. That is like the setup of like, if your hand is bigger than your face, you probably have cancer. And then just like, I just don't like soy sauce. The smells. Ugh. When I was 14, I started balding. I had a literal bald spot. I was taken to the dermatologist who prescribed a special shampoo to help me regrow my hair. It worked really well and soon my hair was actually too thick. But what they did not tell me is to make sure the shampoo doesn't touch anything you don't want thick. Strong hair or thick, strong hair growing out of it. I let it run down my back as I rinsed it off and it lingered between my cheeks before going down the drain. I not only got a lot of hair between the cheeks, but it wasn't like normal pubic hair. It was long, thick hair. You could have put a hair tie around it. I looked like I had a horsetail coming out of my arse. Let me just tell you that the last place you want long, luxurious locks is around your arsehole. To make matters worse, simple or normal, functions would rip these long hairs out, causing ingrown hairs that then got affected immediately. I tried everything to get rid of it, including lasers. Nothing worked. I ended up having to get electrolysis to get rid of it so I could just function normally. Let me tell you that having electric currents running through your arsehole one hair at a time, horrible. More of the story, yes, prescription hair restoration shampoo does work, but don't get it anywhere you don't want a Brazilian shampoo commercial happening. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like a fucking spider's nest down there. It's great. When I was 6, me and my friends were playing behind the community centre across the road from my house. They had a raised patio area that dropped down to a bunch of stones, and we were jumping off of it. He fell at a bad angle, cut his leg, and couldn't move his foot, all while yelling, I'm blooded, I braked my leg. Instead of helping him, being a compassionate friend, informed that the correct phrase is, I'm bleeding, I broke my leg, before going home and leaving him there. It seemed fine until you said you left him there. Well, you're a psychopath, but, you know. I feel like 6 is cognitive enough to have emotion. Like, cognitive enough to understand I should probably help this person. It feels like if you're going to take the time to correct him, you also have the time to help him. I've been dating a girl for a year now, but it's online. It feels awkward because my real life friends think I'm single, and I don't know how I could tell them that I'm in a relationship since the girl I am with lives in America. We are basically an ocean away. I love her so much, I know I won't give up on the relationship because it's the best one I've been in, but I don't know how to explain to them because I'm afraid of how they'll react. Yeah, it's your friends. You tell them. And if you're like, why did you wait so long? Be like, well, I was worried about the reaction. And realistically, if they're your friends, they shouldn't care. I'm going to have sex tomorrow. Not so much a confession, just a brag, to be honest. Wouldn't know anything about that. It's been a long fucking summer. A friend of mine got me some strong as fuck space cakes, and I decided to eat half as recommended, and then it went wrong. 1 hour in, I decided it's too weak and decided to drink some beer with it as well, only to get the most harrowing experience I've ever had. I was glued to my chair, feeling individual muscle groups burning inside. I started to sweat so fucking bad, I had to go to the bathroom to take a shit. I took the shit, went up the stairs in slow motion as you do, only to realize, gotta go back to the toilet. A projectile vomited so bad, I nearly hit the toilet lid the first second. When I was finally done, I went back up to slowly ride out the high. I was high for 6+ hours and went to bed high. When I woke up, still a little high, feeling a lot better though. I was too scared to finish the rest of the cake, so throw it out sometime later after having another small piece of it. Unless you went back. Half the time I don't understand what you say, but I just smile and nod. I fucking hate it. I hate it. And I know it happens because every American, whenever I go over, tells me this. I'd rather you would say I don't understand, because then I say to myself, I want to slow down. I want to be more understandable. Because I can still keep the accent and slow it down. I was once watching Korn in my bedroom, then my phone randomly connected to the speaker downstairs. My dad just got home when this happened. I caught it pretty instantly, but I'm not sure if he's heard. Hope not. Lol, he did. He absolutely did. There was no chance he did not hear that because you were playing it full blast, you fucking psychopath. We all know it stays down at the half bar. Wait, I once had sex for 24 hours. The guy I was trying to see what the longest time we could go. The most times I've had sex is 6 times on a first date. 24 hours does not make, like, that's just gonna be powder after a while. 6 on a first date, I mean, Jesus Christ, the date must have been great. Like, that was definitely a bowling or a cinema date, right? Marathon runners bleed after 3 hours. Fucking hell. I feel like I'm missing out on love. I really dislike to be alone. It's not a I need a man in my life type of situation. It's just really need someone I can be with. I get lonely so incredibly quick. I'm not out looking for someone, but being alone is starting to get harder and harder. Dating apps don't really work because I always feel like I'm disappointing someone when we first meet. I feel like I get that to an extent. When I got out of the relationship, my main thing was like trying to figure out what I enjoyed doing for myself. Yeah, if you can't be happy by yourself, another person's gonna fix it. Yeah, it's like you have to be confident and happy with yourself before you can make somebody else happy. And even at that, the relationship isn't about making each other happy. It's about being like comfortable with somebody consistently. And you set that boundary as well of like, well, I need space sometimes. I need like to do stuff that I want to do. I want to go out with the homies. I want to play games. I want to do whatever. Because you're then creating that like, we have our own lives. I think when you become codependent, it's a bad thing personally, but that's just me. Some people love that. In my opinion, dating apps feel a lot more like validation in yourself. Like you get swiped on, you get matched with, like you're just validating yourself, being like, oh, somebody likes how I look. I've had a few drinks and my stepmother asked me what I wanted to do, and I jokingly said, I used to want to be a porn star because I'm particularly gifted in that area. However, she thought I was serious and now she keeps looking at me differently. It's all good work as long as you enjoy it, okay? So, as a stepmom, maybe that's why she keeps seeing it so weirdly. I think because you've said, you know, corn star and stepmother in the same sentence, it just feels naturally weird. She's like, what are you trying to imply, you fucking fool? The final one, I would kill for Mac. That's fair. It's a good take. He is great. I feel like a few people would. That is all 60 responses. Why have sex when I can upload daily videos on YouTube? Like, who needs that?